But the house carries a much bigger question that Jennifer touched on at the beginning of this afternoon. And it's a message that its designer has long championed, and that is that dichotomies such as inside and out, natural, cultural, Japanese, foreign, self and other, they're all temporary means by which we separate ourselves, both from, falsely separate ourselves from each other, and also from the environment that we're not only sharing, but are actually parts of. So this is undoubtedly a beautiful house. But I think its message is even more beautiful. And again, this may be a very personal, idiosyncratic interpretation, and everybody gets to interpret architecture themselves. That's a great point. But for me, the message of this house is that we're all in this much larger home together. It is a great and unique privilege for me, given my background, and I spent most of my career looking at this kind of relationship, to introduce the sender of that message, Kengo Kuma. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving me this great chance to work with beautiful natures. Between me and Portland, we have already a long history. I have been working for Japanese gardens 6-7 years, and during those period, I began to learn Portland is one of the model of sustainable lifestyle and the future living style. And in Japan, the Portland is getting popular and popular. As many people from Japan are coming here to learn something from here, and as maybe as Portland as Japan will become closer and closer. And there's also between Hirata-san and me has a long history. Studied in the same high school, and the education of the high school is very, very unique. Learn from nature is a philosophy of the school. And actually, I designed a new building for the high school last year, and Hirata-san did a wooden work for the high school. This high school is a wooden building, the same as this building. And very natural, and actually, in that kind of summers, people didn't use air conditioning. I think it's very necessary for futures, but today it's very tough. And we have the many history and many episodes. And one episode is about Tokyo as a new national stadium for Tokyo Olympics 2020. As we are working together. And as a wall here, as the wall is called as a wall Olympia, wall Olympia. As a detail, as to gather, assemble the plank, is very similar to the detail of Olympic Stadium. And then we call it as a wall Olympia, Olympia wall. And also for the up north area, Tohoku area is destroyed by tsunami, we are working together to reconstruct the street, very human street. Most of the reconstruction of Tohoku area was done by concrete building, but we try to use local material as possible as can. Then the atmosphere of the street are very different from other street in that area. And finally, as Hirata-san and me can work for this project. And people, as many people says, it's very Japanese. But I think it's true, it's Japanese. But more than just Japanese, I think it's a real collaboration between Portland and Happy Valley and Japan. And as Professor Kevin Nute as mentioned, as Japan and Frank Lloyd Wright did a great collaboration. And Frank Lloyd Wright, I respect him very, very much. And he came to Japan in 1920s to design the Imperial Hotel. And he learned something from Japanese tradition, but he did for the Imperial Hotel was totally innovative. It's very creative. And after he built Imperial Hotel, we Japanese learned from him many things. And also his influence went to Europe. The modernism architecture in 20th century in Europe was very much influenced by Frank Lloyd Wright. And I think the cultural exchange between America and Japan created the new lifestyle in 20th century. That shows what we should live in the beautiful environment. He was a great teacher for all of us. And for this the building, I tried to do the similar thing, but as a compares him as what we did is very, very small still, but the model is his achievement is in Japan. And so we can say many examples of that kind of collaboration. To use natural material, to use local material is very important. And the Frank Lloyd Wright, he did use Japanese material. For example, he used a Japanese local stone. It's volcanic stone, very unique stone. The oyashi that he did use for a hotel. And the Japanese, Japanese didn't use that stone so often, but Frank Lloyd Wright picked up local material. And another example for this building is we did use Alaskan as a yellow cedar, or for most of the facade. And this Engawa space was also made by Alaskan as a yellow cedar. And also Hirata-san brought as a Japanese cedar for Olympia wall and some other textured wall he brought the Japanese cedar. And then it's a collaboration of Pacific Northwestern Western material and Japanese material. And as spatial characters, the Engawa space is very important. The recently so we Japanese have forgotten Engawa space. The former generation was living in the house with Engawa, but now the Tokyo's condition of Japanese cities are very, very tight, and the site is very limited, and the neighbors are just besides, and then the people have forgotten that kind of space, Engawa space. It is very, very pity for us. And then in that sense, so we can achieve Engawa space because we can work here in Portland. And then in Japan, it is probably impossible, but here it's possible. Also, the Japanese as a building code recently is very tight, and we cannot have this kind of big space in Japan. So only Portland we can achieve this kind of bigness, this kind of seamlessness, and this kind of flow. And in future, that kind of quality and that kind of use of natural material would be more and more important than before. And then this house will be the model of that kind of future lifestyle. And also I would like to say thank you to Gerald, Brittany, and Sada-san again after Fortune Gardens. That they came to Japan to understand what we did in Japan. And the collaboration with them are very, very happy for us. And the collaboration with Portland again is very, very fruitful, and very creative. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kuma. So actually, to join in the ribbon cutting, we would actually like to invite Mayor de Remer, Mr. Uchiyama, Mr. Nute, and also Mr. Kuma to join us for the ribbon cutting. Now, there will be a second episode related to the ribbon. Before we go there, Mr. Hirata has an announcement to make.
先ほど熊さんから素晴らしい、プレゼンテーションしていただきました。今テープカット本当ありがとうございました。
Well, Mr. Kuma just gave us a wonderful presentation. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for the tape cutting opportunity.
私たちには他にもジェラルド・ローレットという重要なパートナーがいます。この素敵はジェラルドがいなければ表現実現できませんでした。彼のとても豊富な経験や優れたそして卓越した技術があったからです。この誇り高い素敵が生み出されたのです。
We also have another key partner, that's Gerald Rowlett. Without Gerald, this project wouldn't have been possible. His expertise and unparalleled skills built this home we admire today.
ジェラルドが率いるウエストレイクディベロップメントグループとナイスホールディングスはサスティナブルでクロスカルチャーな家づくりを通じてノースウェストの人々の豊かな暮らしや経済発展に役立ちたいという思いに共感し、パートナーとしてシナジーを発揮することができました。
Westlake Development Group, under Gerald's leadership, and Nice Holdings shared the same aspiration to continue to contribute to the prosperity and well-being of the people and economic development in the Northwest through building sustainable and cross-cultural homes. As a result, we were able to synergize our efforts as partners.
そしてこのシナジーを一層大きく確かなものにするためにナイスホールディングスとウエストレイクディベロップメントグループはパートナーシップを形成し一緒になることに合意しました。
To further grow and secure such synergy, Nice Holdings and Westlake Development Group have agreed to create a partnership.
ジェラルドと私とはこの素敵のエッセンスを日常生活に取り入れた新たな住宅プランをハッピーバレーやサウスヒルズボローにおいて一緒に取り組んでいくことを考えています。
I'm very happy to announce that Gerald and I have plans to adapt this Suteki home to everyday living. We will be building new homes based on the Suteki philosophy, both in Happy Valley as well as in South Hillsborough area.
私は私は大好きで愛着のあるノースウェストにおいて地域の方々のために地域を代表するウエストレイク社と手を取り合って活動できることは大変嬉しく思っております。
I'm very pleased to be able to conduct business in the Northwest, serving a region that I've long admired, and work hand in hand with Westlake, the company that represents the region.
私たちの新しいプロジェクトはサスティナブルでデザインに優れ人々を豊かにするクロスカルチャーな 新しい価値を提供していきたいと考えています。
Our new projects will make use of sustainable and energy-efficient design features and weave in cross-cultural principles.
オレゴンの新しい住まいを提供する素敵とウェストレイクのジェラルド・ローレットをご紹介させていただきたいと思います。
Now I'd like to introduce you to Gerald Rowlett of Suteki, Westlake, our new partner for our future in Oregon.
I'm really humbled. I can't even speak. Honored. Geez, I look in this room and the amount of talent that's here is just awe-inspiring. It's incredible. I don't want to get too far along. I'm going to make this short, but I do have to thank several partners here. The City of Happy Valley, Lori DeReamer, as mayor, you're awesome. Your team is incredible. And we could not do a project like this in 4 months without the participation of our city. The Home Builders Association and that platform or that theater of allowing us to have 50 to 60,000 people come view these projects is a platform that we've never seen anywhere in the country. It's being modeled everywhere because it's so successful, and I'm proud to be a part of that. Gosh, we just get into this whole group. Mr. Kuma, incredible architecture. Geez, Mr. Nute, with all the help that you provided with us, is fantastic. Mr. Hirata, I can't say enough about the organization. Jay, Mr. Hirata, they're an incredible group. Brittany Tiffany, who traveled with me to Tokyo so that we could truly find the inspiration that they were bringing through in this design. I think we brought a product here that is very inspiring. It's hard to describe the biggest compliment we can get in the building business, and that is when people walk into a home and say, I feel like I could live here. The beauty is the indoor-outdoor experience. Sada Uchiyama is a genius at this architecture. I watch him out there in the yard placing art. That's what he does. He meticulously moves trees, and his artistic value is incredible. That helps pull Mr. Kuma's vision together and Mr. Hirata, and we're here like a classroom. But I don't know if it's a classroom to teach sustainability or if it's a classroom to teach art, because we have been so honored to create such an artistic piece that I hope a lot of people will learn from, and that we can together collectively take our mission forward on sustainability and the connection to art. As we walked around the home building it, several things happen. You have a tendency to whisper in this home. And the reason is it's got the tranquility that the artists have brought together from the indoor and outdoor. When we do that, we step out onto the deck. Next thing you know, people are sitting on the edge, and it's an inviting home. It's incredibly comfortable. It's incredibly unique in its design because it's architecture brought to a new level, I feel, and then it's sustainable. And to collectively take all these pieces and put them together and have all of these people enjoy it is quite an honor for me. So I'm very glad to be partnered with Suteki. Mr. Hirata, your organization's incredible. The team is amazing, Tashi and all. I can't name everybody in here because the list is so long. It takes teamwork to pull a project like this together, especially in 4 months. And you'd be amazed what we're going to be able to do in 8 months, 10 months. It's incredible. So wait till you see what's next. We've got some very fun things, some very energetic things we'd like to share. We're going to create smaller carbon footprints. We're going to create great sustainability, and that classroom that we hope that people will walk in and understand what it's really all about. And on top of that, a healthy living lifestyle. Geez, and it started right here in Happy Valley, and they're trendsetters, and we're looking forward to taking it to Hillsborough so that we can continue that trend going forward. Thank you very much. There's one other, I knew I would miss somebody, but I ride home with this woman, and it's my wife, Sue Rowlett. Thank you very much, Sue. 40 years, I love you. And of course, my daughter in my office. So Kelly, thank you so much for all your work. You guys, you're awesome. Thank you.
Well, this is all about groundbreaking work, and we're going to do something a little groundbreaking now as well, in terms of a ribbon tying
さ
ceremony.
らにもう一つお伝えしたいことがございます。
I have another announcement for you.
世界的な建築家であられる隈研吾さんが私たちと連携して2018年のストリート・オブ・ドリームスにもう一度来てくれます。
I found out that the world-renowned architect Kengo Kuma will join us, and we plan to return to Street of Dreams in Street of Dreams 2018.
この建物が素敵エピソード1です。私は映画スター・ウォーズが好きです。
This house is Suteki's episode 1. I'm a big fan of Star Wars movies.
サウスヒルズボローにおけるさらに進化した素敵エピソード2にご期待ください。
Please look for our evolved episode 2 of Suteki next year in the show in South Hillsborough.
それじゃあ熊さんすいません。一緒に出て
Mr.
きて。
Kuma.
So now we'll be tying the ends of the ribbon to symbolize the cross-cultural connection of the project as well as the connections of new partners working together. And I'd actually like to invite Mayor DeReamer and also Mayor Calloway from Hillsborough to come up and join the group as well. So this actually concludes the speaking portion of our program for today. We will be conducting tours for those who would like to take a look at the many features of this home up close.